want to speak to this very atmospheric time of disintegration that I think we're all walking through, like this cloudy mist where time is really evaporating around us, and we have this sense of there's this big future, but we don't have a clue what it is or what it looks like. It's like it's just off in this mist, and we can't see or feel or grasp it or really even do anything particularly to try to reach towards it or take action. We're really subdued in many ways to simply exist in this atmospheric, dreamy space. And the word that is coming through a lot is redirected, that we're being stationed in this sort of space of the unknown so that we can be unprogrammed or deprogrammed from so much that we are still holding in our mental and emotional programming bodies. Redirection is coming in this upliftment that we can feel, but we can't tangibly touch or really see in any terribly concrete way. And the phrase that keeps coming is, it's time to set your sights higher. It's time to set your heights higher, to look up and not down, because we are so trained, even those of us that have been working on our awakening for so long and our reprogramming, we're still very trained to have this expectation of pretty low results. And these awarenesses coming up to us of what low standards we can have in our limiting beliefs of what we believe is possible, and how we settle for less, for nothing, for little, because there's this underlying belief that that's all that's ever going to be or ever has been possible. And that mental program that got plugged into us is a false belief that takes us away from our abundance, is connected very clearly to the emotional pairing of that, which is low self-worth. Because it's the low self-worth that says, not only do I not believe that's going to come or could be better, or that I should raise my standards and that they'll be met unequivocally, but that I don't deserve for that to happen. So why would it? Why would anyone bother? Why would anyone bother? So I'm going to stay in my comfort zone, because it's way too much of a risk to step out when I don't have the worthiness to believe that I'm going to receive an expectation of amazing things to come. So we make choices to stay places that are compromising to the soul. The soul is fearless. The soul is an adventurer. Whatever soul template each of us has, and maybe as a person we may not feel that we're adventurous, but the soul is, because the soul knows that it's here to have an adventure. And it wants to make choices to say, yeah, jump into that space, and the divine's going to catch you. But the human self that has low self-worth and has low standards and has all this fear and wants to stay right in the comfort zone of, well, I can predict this. And even though it's not fulfilling me at all, and I don't feel alive, and I feel really encumbered by my environment and maybe the people around me or my job or whatever, I don't feel full. I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel excited. I just am here. I'm just here. I'm still going to just remain here because that's better. That devil is better to live with, of dissatisfaction and low expectations and low self-worth, than the devil of adventure that the soul is wanting us to now set our sights higher and say, aim higher, look up, not down. So we're being redirected to get a new perspective. And rather than focusing on the unhappiness of what we're feeling we're not getting, or we're not feeling, or how we want to receive, or we want a freedom that we feel we don't have, that we're restricted in some way, and so we have to make some choice that sells out our soul, that says, well, if I could have things my way, I would choose this, but because this, and this isn't available to me, I'm going to just stay here and make do. And that is the redirect that I am feeling coming to all of us to say, step off the cliff, step off the edge, get on the hang glider, let your soul set itself much higher to take you up instead of setting your eyes down on the ground expecting you to stub your toe again, because that's just what always happens in this cycle of the life, this little life, the little lives, the little safe comfort zone spaces where we don't want to take any chances or risks. So it's time to redirect and set your sights higher.